Are you tired of the same old pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 3,000 hours of the best pro wrestling events from over 100 of the biggest names in the industry from over 15 countries around the globe. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.
The following advertisement is sponsored by Beercade YEG.
Hello. You are listening to a commercial for the podcast Over the Top Rope,
the flagship podcast of the Win Column Sports Network,
as well as a proud member of Backbreaker Media.
Again, this podcast is sponsored by Beercade YEG.
You can find us pretty well anywhere that podcasts are played, including on the iTunes,
Podbean,
the Google Play,
SoundCloud,
and on wincolumnsports.ca for all your previews,
reviews,
and breaking news from the world of professional wrestling. Tune in every Friday on Backbreaker Media, a member of Win Column Sports.
And we're back with episode 112. Sweet! Of the Sounds of Struggle. I am Chris Perish.
I am Royal Rumble hungover.
You're the victim of number 2 this weekend.
I was the victim of some sort of bug that sucked. Yeah.
Perhaps you were the run 2.
Run to the fucking toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was not fun. Couldn't have happened at a worse time. Well, I guess it could have. It could have happened during the Rumble itself. But I mean, I ended up missing a good portion of NXT Takeover. I had to rewatch it next day.
The number 2 took over you on Saturday.
Yeah. NXT Takeover. Yeah, whatever. So I feel a little tired, but way better than I was.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
It's also glad that you're not shitting your pants right now.
Me too.
I mean,
because we're in my vehicle. That would be terrible.
Well, I mean, let's just say.
Well, I'd have to pull a Perish in the parkade.
Hey, I got away with it though.
Twice.
Well, technically, it was kind of just,
it's two separate occasions, moments apart. That's not the point. That's
no,
what I heard.
I mean, it's like twins. Like, they're considered, twins, but they're not, plopping out at the same time.
Unless they're conjoined.
There's time between a little bit. So
you gave birth to 2 bouncing butt babies.
So,
anyways,
Takeover Rumble this weekend. Thoughts?
They happened. I was under the weather. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Let's start with Takeover.
Yes.
Okay, first let's start with the pre-show. You see what Sam Roberts was saying about Bianca Belair?
Yeah.
Regardless if that's how you feel or not, being on the pre-show, I feel like he probably shouldn't have said that.
Okay, but then I also am thinking about, okay, look, they had a male announcer say that about a female. Then you see with what they're doing with in the Women's Rumble, then in the Men's Rumble, and then what's happening on Monday Night Raw tonight, there seems to be an underedged theme of intergender stuff going on.
That's true.
So
I just, personally, the fact that he's saying that Bianca Belair doesn't belong in the title picture, it's like, that kind of makes him look kind of like a knob. He says it on his podcast, okay, that's one thing. To say it before the actual show on the network, that's like playing with fire a little bit, in my opinion. I feel like that's like him trying to be too edgy. I feel like there's a time and place, and that might have not been
his delivery was perfect, though. Like, it's making you question on does he actually believe it, or if it's something that he was told to say.
I guess that is possible. If he was told to say it, he just can't get.
I loved seeing Pat McAfee's reaction to it. That was priceless.
I thoroughly enjoyed Pat McAfee and Bobby Fish's interaction.
Bobby Fish totally got under his skin.
Oh, absolutely! You can see that he wanted to punt kick him in the ball sacks,
especially when he showed him his thighs.
Yeah,
which was awkward.
A little bit, but funny as hell. Thoroughly enjoyed that. That was probably one of the most entertaining takeover kickoff shows in a long time.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we then start off with the first match of the night, which was for the NXT Tag Team titles. We saw the War Raiders take on the Undisputed Era.
Which War Raiders, sweet entrance.
Right.
Nice entrance.
But then in Undisputed Era entrance, no Adam Cole.
Baby.
It was,
It was Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, obviously, and then Bobby Fish came out holding on to their newly acquired Tag Team of the Year award.
Yeah.
Gave them both, high fives and such, and then left.
Yeah.
It was just a straight-up tag match. I liked it. Different.
But it was also weird that in the course of this entire takeover, you actually don't see Adam Cole until an angle at the very end.
After it goes off air.
Exactly. So that was very...
Which I thought was shoot for probably about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because all I saw was one fan video, and I was like, how about that? But we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
So the first match, tag match, I think is a runner-up, but a very close contender to match of the night.
No.
It's a great match. Really good. Stupendous.
No.
Spectacular. A little bit of all right.
We saw a lot of offense in this match.
A lot. I thoroughly enjoyed the shine where one of the War Raider Hansen, the bigger one, just basically used his body and just bumping guys, shoulder tackles.
I love the body slam off the apron onto the floor.
Yes.
Which basically you're just letting your partner body slam you off the apron onto the floor.
Yeah.
And hope to God the other guys are going to be there.
To get squashed. Yeah. It was impressive.
That can't be a fun bump to take.
For any of the parties. Well, except for War Raider Rowe. Yeah, I mean, he just body slams the guy, so... But other than that, yeah, no.
Well, he doesn't take a bump, but I mean, for his partner who...
Yeah. Who seems to like it. I mean, it looked good.
It's different.
It is different. I do like their offense because it is different.
But their different offense actually picked them up their first ever reign.
NXT Tag Team Champions.
Yeah.
I also want to call it... I think you went all the same ones as me, but we called all this.
Yeah.
This entire card.
I jokingly said Undisputed Era because I think we both knew
it was
War Raiders are going to win, but we just decided to have fun with that one.
Sure, yeah. But anyways, yeah, we killed this one. Rumble, not so much.
No.
We didn't do so well in the Rumble one.
Well, I mean, the actual Rumbles itself we called it. I mean, those are predictable.
Yeah.
But, I mean, not that we're... I don't know. I like them both, so... I mean,
we'll get into that.
I actually thought this was a better Rumble.
Yeah, overall.
One, yeah. So, but
next match, we had Matt Riddle versus Cassius Ohno.
Yeah.
I liked it enough. I hope we don't see any more, though.
I do.
This should wrap it up.
I do think that match went too long.
It went 9 minutes, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I liked it enough. Cassius Ohno tried to kick Matt Riddle's jaw into his asshole.
Well, he didn't try. He kind of did.
It was... I thought for sure he had a broken jaw after that. I was like, ooh, that's disturbing. If you haven't seen it, go look it up.
And you can't spell broken without bro.
But he's broken. He and Matt Hardy could have a really sweet tag team.
I'm still on the fence about Matt Riddle's theme song because it's really fucking annoying, but it suits him.
Yeah, because you don't like bros.
No. I hate bad music, but it suits him to the point where I like the fact that it suits him. but I hate the song
I don't
that
mind
much.
it, actually.
Like, it's actually, to me, it irritates me. But
I agree with you that it suits him.
I actually like the fact that it suits him to the point where it's making
torn?
me, like, not hate it, but it irritates me, though.
Fair enough.
It's just an annoying. It's like, I don't know. It's like one step up that stupid music that you hear when you're, like, on that channel that tells you what's on TV.
The guide channel?
Yeah. But then that music on there is just, headache.
Yeah, I could definitely, if you made a piano version of this song, you could definitely hear it in like a elevator. I could definitely hear that. But I think it suits them well.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. But anyways, Matt Riddle ends up defeating Cassius Ohno.
Yeah.
And hopefully Matt Riddle moves on, Cassius Ohno moves on, they do something else. Not because I don't want to see them wrestle, I don't want to be overexposed and then get really bored of both these guys.
What does each guy go on to?
Matt Riddle goes on to something, whether it be, I'm going to say someone, I don't necessarily think like a Gargano or Ciampa or someone like that, but he's going somewhere. He has to go somewhere. Maybe he and Keith Lee form a tag team. Maybe they keep him single. I don't know. Cassius Ohno gets relegated to the back to the jobber put over guy, I think, unfortunately, which I don't think should, but
It was weird because this was a match where, I don't know why, but I had just the inkling of, like, remember when Dean Ambrose, after he turned on Rollins, had those guys in his corner? But they had the masks, the gas masks on? Like, wouldn't that have been a great way to, like, bring up a guy, like, maybe a Cassius Ohno to be, like, a heater for him or something?
Yeah.
Or, like, something like that. Or, like, I even thought it could have been, like, a bunch of 205
By the way,
guys.
side note, without getting too much into it, Dean Ambrose, new haircut.
Huh.
Like, basically he almost looks like he has, like, the younger Cena. It's, like, hair on top of his head, but everything else is shaved.
Mm-hmm.
Pulling it off. He's jacked as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
The new buzz cut look, it's working for him.
You just like the fact that every time you see him, he's more committed to the Bald Brethren.
Bald Brethren, yeah. Pretty soon he's just going to be straight up Bald Brethren, and I'm going to be,
Bald Ambrose.
Yeah. Bald Bros.
Dean and Bald.
Terrible way of saying it.
Maybe he should form a team with Matt Riddle because he's Dean Ambrose.
I agree. The Ambrose. I like it. But anyways, yeah, so hopefully they can both rebound, because I like Cassius Ohno, I like Matt Riddle. I'm not sure where they're going to go now, but
I like the fact that Ohno just puts his offense, all he does is beat guys up, and it's good to watch. And I think too, like, you add that with Riddle, who clearly can take an ass whooping and be fine. I mean, he has that mentality from his days in MMA.
Yep.
So it's very interesting to see that, hey, Ohno will kick the shit out of him, Riddle will take it, and then he can still come back and do some stuff. I do think Riddle needs to actually have a legit move to finish. I don't like
that knee thing, but he seems to kind of throw it out a little more than.
Yeah.
I don't mind if that's his finish. Just don't pull it out.
Really, the finish was he just had him down and fed him a lot of elbows, and then.
Which I didn't mind.
It's different, but I do think moving forward he's going to need that finisher move.
I think if
it's going to help round up his
that knee, I'd be behind that.
I think that knee is a great setup, though.
To super kick.
Yeah, because we don't see enough of those in NXT.
Nope, not at all. Speaking of super kicks, next match, Johnny Gargano versus Ricochet for the North American title in what's probably the match of the night.
Yeah.
This 23
I'm gonna go one.
That
was the match of the weekend.
It does have potential.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a hell of a good match. Which back and forth, where it's like you see Gargano teasing with the thought of going heel.
And then actually goes for it and does it, but it's not to the point where he did it to hurt him. He just did it because it was there.
Yeah.
So he exposed. I like the foreshadow too. So what he actually ended up doing was pulling the protective layer on the floor out, so it exposed the concrete.
Yeah.
And then second guessed about dropping black on it.
Not black.
He got Germaned, I believe.
Who are we talking about? By
Yes,
Ciampa?
yeah, sorry. No, sorry. Gargano got Germaned. Oh, no, that was Ciampa. Never mind. Yeah, sorry. But then, he ended up using it anyway on Ricochet. But then, no, that foreshadowed, the Ciampa and Black, too, which I thought was cool.
It was a hell of a good match.
No.
Finishes with Johnny Gargano becoming the new North American champion.
Yeah, and another match that didn't actually use the finishers, because he just used his springboard DDT.
Which he seems to be starting to actually use more as a finish, though.
Yeah.
Which I'd be okay with. It's a good move. Why not?
There's definitely a lot of, there's a setup to this. I do like the fact that they had that story to where they've been in the ring a lot before. They knew each other well, even though that was their first time wrestling in the WWE realm.
Yeah.
But their transitions were just unreal.
Seamless.
Their back and forth were amazing. I don't think that this is a one and done match. I think
there will be
a
comeback.
second one.
Maybe this coming weekend, which we'll get to.
Well, I don't think you'll see a one-on-one match this weekend, but
we'll get to it.
Yeah.
Then next we go to the NXT Women's Championship with Shayna Baszler defending against Bianca Belair. And we've talked a little bit about this off podcast. I like Bianca. I like Shayna. I think Bianca is still finding her footing as a face.
She's not seasoned yet.
No, not as a face. As a heel, I like her.
No.
She has a lot of heel mentalities that she's still using.
She has to work on her selling if she's going to be a good baby face.
You can see the elements are there, but I think there's a little ways to go yet.
It's still very awkward to watch her when she's not doing offensive moves. When she's getting beat up, it's still a little awkward to watch her, because I still think she is someone who is so used to being the dominant one that when she does get dominant, it's awkward, and she doesn't know how to doesn't know how to make it look. She doesn't sell well with her face and stuff like that.
Yeah, she was selling down a lot.
But I also don't like the fact if somebody's choking you, your first instinct is to grab that arm that's on your throat, and she was not doing it. Even when she hurt her shoulder, there wasn't a lot of selling involved.
Air quotes around all that, but yeah. I don't know. I like her. I think more as a heel. I think she can pull off the face. She just needs some work.
Yeah.
I think she can get there, but
not a big fan of the temper tantrum she had too in that match. It made her kind of seem less likable.
As a face, absolutely, you can't really be doing that.
She got flustered because Shayna kicked out of her finisher, but I don't know, you can't yell and almost cry. You had to stay on it.
Yeah, it's good to show emotion.
I find it very hilarious that when you hit somebody at the finisher and they kick out, your first instinct isn't to do it again.
Well, I think you're supposed to be in disbelief, but she sold that a little differently, which, you know what? If that's the way she wants to sell it, I guess, but I don't know. You should be more bewildered than... But anyways, that's not the point.
There should be more shock than whine.
Yeah. But either way, Shayna Baszler ends up retaining, as we said she would.
Yeah.
The match stuff was alright, but again, just a lot of little things that maybe because we are wrestlers we noticed. Maybe we didn't notice so much if we weren't. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I talked to a lot of people, and they did say, that match and that story would have been a little bit better had you had, better selling involved. Somebody was on Twitter was absolutely just crapping on this match, which I did think was unfair because these chicks were working really hard.
And it was a good match.
And I do believe that, if they were to do this match again and continuously work with each other and get more experience, they would actually have great chemistry.
Oh, yeah.
My thing is I don't think either one of these women are ready to be put in the situation where they're saying, okay, you're going to have a match for the first time with this person then, and we're not going to let you guys work with each other moving forward, but I want a good match out of it. I don't think either one is ready for that yet.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think Shayna might be. I don't know if she could work with everybody or anybody, but I'd say a good portion of people should be able to.
Yeah. Like, I do think this match would have been better off had they did more stuff in the ring on the NXT shows for build-up. If there was maybe a Bianca Belair versus one of whether Jasmine Duke or Shafir.
Maria Shafir.
Yeah, like one of them, and then there's involvement or something, like...
Yeah.
Like, stuff like that. Like, if there's more physicality on the story front prior, I think that would have gone a little bit, like, a longer way for this match, too, because it does seem like this is a one-and-done match.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And also, I don't like the fact that she's still calling herself undefeated.
Well, she's not now.
When she lost.
Yeah, she's not
So
anymore.
She's saying it's a mindset, and it's like, yeah, just can we
I
just
think
get
that
off
was that's and the way she does it. I think that might be part of the reason I'm not sold on her yet. Is that is a little heelish the way she's doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just the way she is. Maybe she just comes across as a heel. I don't know. But I just think naturally when she was doing her heel stuff, it was great. Like she knocked it apart with her head. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. I am hopeful that she'll be able to, turn around and be able to do it. I think
I just wanted her to ask her husband, who's like one of the most likable babyfaces on that roster right now.
Yeah.
Some tips on how to be a little bit more likable. Because Montez Ford is actually, like, when he gets beat up, you believe it.
He over.
But when you get beat up, like, when he gets beat up, you can tell he sells well.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Also, I want to throw out there that his partner, Angelo Dawkins, is the best Dawkins I've ever met.
Yes.
And I haven't met him, but I've just made a scene. That's the point.
Mm-hmm.
You know who you are, who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
Final match, Tommaso Ciampa versus Aleister Black for the NXT Championship. I think you're right when we talked off podcast about this. I think the crowd was tired.
Yeah.
Because I think that Gargano Ricochet match just exhausted the crowd because this was a good match. But it just didn't have the same feel as a usual Ciampa match. Like, it was still good, had all their marks. I enjoyed it, but there was just something I couldn't put my finger on. It was just a little off.
I think too, like when this match came in, I do think, I don't think a lot of people expected Aleister Black to win because I do think a lot of people expect him to be called up soon.
Potentially, yeah.
And I think a lot of people were more curious to see with the foreshadow of Johnny Gargano winning the North American title, just if there was going to be any involvement between Ciampa and Gargano, and I think they were waiting for that too.
Yeah.
Which we ended up seeing.
In a certain extent, yes.
We got a teaser. There wasn't. So, but I found it very weird in the sense that, on NXT, you saw, Tommaso Ciampa extend his hand to Gargano, and then Candice LeRae came out and then backed off Gargano, saying, we're not doing this again.
Yeah.
But then after Ciampa won, he's holding the title up. Both him and Gargano use the phrase, I win, I win.
Yeah.
In their matches. Well, Gargano said it in his match right before the DDT. Ciampa said it on the aisle when he's backing up, and then after he says it, Gargano comes in and they both hold their titles in unison.
Yep.
To end the show.
Looks like they're bringing back DIY kind of thing.
Like the two-man power trip, which is kind of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Instead of them being tag champs, they're now champions respectively. Which
NXT and North American.
I'm going to point this out to Ciampa. He had a heart on his knee pad in the middle. It said Goldie, and I appreciated that.
Yeah.
Little things.
Yeah.
And he also had the champ on his gear instead of Ciampa.
Yeah.
So.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what they don't show you is after
also,
one.
I want to say one more thing.
Sure.
As much as we're talking about Bianca Belair not selling enough, Aleister Black selling his leg was terrific.
Oh, he killed it. Yeah, absolutely.
But he didn't do that the next night, which I was a little bit...
He had it taped, and
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it's his We'll get into that.
Yeah.
But then after NXT went off air, I saw a fan video of Velveteen Dream's music hit, who was in the crowd for watching that final match.
Yeah.
He comes out, starts talking smack, pushing, shoving. Adam Cole, baby, comes out. No music. Huge pop.
Yeah. Biggest pop of the night.
It's definitely debatable. Say either him or the Gargano winning. That was a pretty big pop, too. But anyways, he starts talking smack on the side of Gargano and Ciampa, and then out comes Ricochet. Up the ramp comes Aleister Black.
First it was Black, and then it was Ricochet.
But then it's like a three-on-three thing that's going on with referees separating them.
Yeah.
And then they eventually, road agents, referees separate them, get them to the back.
Well, they're brawling all the way back there.
There's a video of them brawling back there. Triple H eventually gets them and says, knock it off. And then they announce that there's going to be...
By the way, Triple H, huge pop too.
Yes.
When he walks in. It's night and day from the way he's perceived on the main roster and the way he's perceived in NXT.
Oh, he's a god in NXT.
Yeah.
He's just a giant man-child in main roster, I guess.
Yeah.
But Halftime Heat, which is going to be during the Super Bowl, halftime, is going to be Black, Velveteen Dream, Ricochet versus Gargano, Ciampa, and Cole, baby. That makes things fun. I enjoy that. I like that they're doing that. To be on the network, I like it. I'm happy. Hooray.
Anytime we get more Adam Cole,
Baby.
is a little bit of all right.
Strugglicious. Then before we go into the Royal Rumble, you want to talk about the NXT awards that were presented during TakeOver? I mean, we already mentioned that Tag Team of the Year was Undisputed Era. That makes sense.
Yeah. The male performer went to Tommaso Ciampa.
Makes sense.
The female performer went to
Kairi Sane.
Yeah.
Which...
That was the first...
She had a title. She won it once last year. My pick, personally, would have been Shayna Baszler because she was a two-time champion and had the title almost all of last year.
She won the title twice last year.
Yeah, so that would be my personal pick. But again, I didn't vote on any of these, so I really can't bitch too much.
Well, and then Ricochet won the breakout champ.
Which I get, because, I mean, he debuted last year, and then he won the North American title. So, yeah, absolutely, I get that. Io Shirai got the Future, whatever you call it, Future Legends Award. Future Star, whatever it is. And I agree with that, because she could be very big.
NXT Takeover New Orleans won, the show of the year?
Yep.
And then Gargano and Ciampa got the feud of the year.
No, Gargano almost got feud of the year. Yeah, because Selena Vega was there to accept the award on Almas's behalf.
Oh, so I just read him on a site, and it said Gargano Ciampa.
No, it's Gargano Almas, and that's the part I'm like, really? The feud, basically, that was like kind of at the start of the year, managed to hold, which I thought Ciampa Gargano.
Are you sure it was that? Because Gargano Almas won the match of the year.
Maybe I'm thinking that then.
Yeah.
Which, okay, but even still, okay, yeah. So Gargano Ciampa, that makes more sense. Again, as I said, I was kind of sick this weekend, so I might have missed that.
Because Vega would have accepted the award because Almas won that match.
Yeah, that makes more sense. But either way, that actually surprised me that was the match of the year. Whether it's feud of the year or match of the year.
Oh, man, I'd totally say that was the match of the year.
I don't know. There were quite a few good matches last year.
There were, but I think that one was just one. It took Gargano out of that hole of being a good guy, now knowing that there's a believability that he is one of the top guys in NXT and that he could be the champion.
Yeah.
It put Almas on the map as a fantastic worker.
Yeah.
To the point now you look at him on the main roster, and now with his matches with Ray,
which are stellar.
Yeah, you're just realizing, that this guy he's not just a diamond in the rough. He is the diamond that even if you were in the rough, you just wonder, why the hell are we here with this? We should, get a better scenery for this diamond.
Just drop two of his names, that's all.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think it was one of those matches that was fantastic, but it also elevated both guys more.
Fair enough.
too.
But then, yeah, the overall award of the year was overall superstar went to Kairi Sane.
Well, the overall performer is
Kairi Sane.
a battle between the male and the female.
Yeah. But I don't think she deserved it. She had a good year, but I don't think she deserved it.
I don't think she had a better year than Baszler, and I don't think she had a better year than Tommaso Ciampa.
No, I agree.
I don't even think she had a better year than Aleister Black, who we can actually say
Or Adam Cole. Maybe.
still has only lost twice in NXT, both to Tommaso Ciampa.
I don't know if that's true. I think his first loss was actually to technically Gargano during a fatal 4-way.
No, but they one-on-one loss.
Oh, one-on-one,
Yeah,
yes,
so-
and yes.
but
Well,
like-
yeah.
Yeah, he lost in like a fatal 4-way match. Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess, his only singles losses are to Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah.
But I think personally there's more people deserving than...
I would even say Gargano, just because he was in almost bell to bell, always in the top story.
Even as Ciampa said that, Black had the title, was a mid-card champion because that feud was so over.
Well, and that's just the thing. It's like it was one of those feuds that everyone just emotionally is in there. It had one of the most unpredictable turns. It then had, so many up and down moments, whether it was Ciampa attacking him or Ciampa winning the title, Gargano accidentally helping him win the title.
Or you could even say Gargano technically turning and joining him, really, now. Like, it's technically still going.
Yeah.
So it's...
Isn't it basically kind of like Kevin and Sammy?
Very much so.
Like
very, very much
but
so.
just done a little bit better.
In a sense, yes. It's been carried over longer, and it just has a little bit more investment from people in it.
How much would you love to see DIY against Kevin and Sammy now?
I think I'd much rather have DIY versus Revival again. Because, goddamn, those are good matches. But if you're changing up, versus Kevin and Sammy would be good, or returning.
I'm still going to say the one match, I even if the Revival leave, they need to do before they leave is them and Usos.
Yeah. That'd be good.
That is the one tag match I want to see in WWE.
That's it for TakeOver and the titles. Now we move on to... the awards. And move on to the Rumble.
Well, before we do that, moving forward now...
Yes.
Where do you see the lead up between TakeOver Phoenix to Mania TakeOver, which is actually going to be on a Friday night, not the Saturday?
I don't get it.
What?
The way that they did it last year, where it was...
You know why it's on the Friday?
Why?
Because Triple H did a conference call and basically said he doesn't want to make the fans choose between NXT and then that other, what is the New Japan show?
New Japan Ring of Honor.
Yeah, he's like, they're very aware of the fan base and the competition of that night, and he's like, we're not going to make the fans choose because that weekend is going to be all about wrestling, and we want to get the most amount of people on the eyes on every show on the respective days.
You know what? Kudos to him for that then.
Yeah.
Because, I think last year when it was TakeOver Saturday, Mania Sunday, and it had the Hall of Fame Friday, I think that was the best.
It's smart because they know that New Japan is going to get people there.
I wouldn't be fully surprised if AEW gets some sort of one-day contract deal where it's like they show up at that show.
Well, that's the thing. AEW is looking to partner up with these promotions, too.
So they'll do a thing at that day as well.
Yeah.
Which would be huge.
So, I mean... You got to be smart here.
No, it's true, and Triple H is being very smart about that, which is good. Anyways, going forward, Shayna Baszler will lose her title at that TakeOver. Was that TakeOver? Technically, was it TakeOver Brooklyn 5? I guess at that point, because technically they're going to be in New York.
Yep,
so.
But they're not saying. It's not technically in Brooklyn, though, is it?
It could be. They could put it in Brooklyn just for the sake of doing it.
Yeah, but wouldn't they just go, take over New York?
They could. I don't know.
Just for the fact of being, something
different. I don't know. I don't know what they're
saying. Or, MetLife. Where is that? What city is that?
Technically, it's in New Jersey. I think it's
so
across.
take over New Jersey.
Could
probably.
be. I don't know. It's like when they did the MetLife Stadium one a little while ago. They still call it Takeover Brooklyn because they held it there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I think Shayna Baszler loses the title.
I do think Shayna Baszler is going to be a night after Mania call-up kind of a deal.
I agree. I don't necessarily know who it's going to be to. It could be to Io Shirai. Could be to Candice LeRae. I don't quite know. It all depends on where they decide to go with it.
Yeah.
There are potential. Maybe it's to Kairi Sane again. I don't know. Maybe she goes. I don't know. It all depends. Maybe it's to Bianca Belair. I don't know.
Would this be a good time to do a multi-women match for that title?
Yeah.
A four-corner match.
Where she doesn't get pinned, she loses her title, though. That's, yeah.
Or if you do like an elimination and then it's okay, like it's a little different. And then maybe it's 3 people teaming up on her to...
Yeah. It's possible. I could also see Ciampa losing his title.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I could also, to be honest, see Gargano losing that newly acquired North American title. I see both of them going up.
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't know if they're going to allow both guys to leave. I don't know if they would, take so much away from NXT right now. I can almost tell you, I do believe that if Ciampa and Gargano do moved up, Undisputed Era is staying down.
Yeah, I can also see both of them staying down, Undisputed Era, all of them going up. Well, I guess it all depends on what they want.
Yeah.
That's to the tough part. You got to figure out what it is that WWE needs or wants. I say Adam Cole, baby, will be after Mania. He'll be a guy going up for sure.
I think too, like Undisputed Era as a group. I mean, that's one thing that I think Monday Night Raw needs badly is that stable.
Yeah.
Because they don't have much direction in that show right now. But I mean, I think there could be. I do think you're either going to see a multi-woman match for the title, for the women's title, or you're going to see it for the NXT title.
Yeah, I can see it.
And then there's also the possibility of that Worlds Collide tournament where we could see somebody cross over.
Yep. Yeah, because it's a mixture of 205 Live, NXT UK, correct?
Yeah, and apparently they've already have taped enough to the finals.
There we go.
I've only heard about the first round.
I didn't realize that they were taping it already. I thought it was going to be kind of like a...
Apparently a lot of this was taped, was it Friday and Saturday or something?
Like this past Friday, Saturday?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why Adam Cole wasn't at the show, or in the show, because he was actually in that tournament.
Well, so was Velveteen Dream.
Velveteen Dream, Dominic Dijakovic,
yeah,
which I think that's too long of a name.
Mm-hmm.
But there's Mark Andrews is in it.
Well, Tyler Bates in it. Because they announced that they had that Humberto Cabrera guy in 205 Live.
Sure.
I think.
I have no idea who that is.
He's that new guy that, I don't know, like he had that match with Buddy Murphy on 205 Live. And then...
World's Collide Tournament. Alright, let's look it up here. Here we go. Participants. From NXT, we have Adam Cole, baby, Velveteen Dream, Dominic Dijakovic, Keith Lee, and Shane Thorne.
Yeah.
From NXT UK, Mark Andrews, Tyler Bates, Travis Banks, Jordan Devlin, Zach Gibson. That's a good group of guys from NXT UK.
Yeah. I'm wondering if Shane Thorne will move from NXT to NXT UK.
Very possible. And then from 205 Live, Cedric Alexander, Tony Nese, Drew Gulak, TJP, and Humberto Carrillo, which I've never heard
That's that new guy.
Mexican luchador. Performed their NXT brand, apparently, on the Cruiserweight 205 Live brand. Previously worked under the luchador ring name Ultimo Ninja. I've heard of that. Yeah. I just didn't...
I think he's a young Mexican guy that they hired that they have plans for. Or they think
I think I'm starting to recognize. Yeah, I remember like a picture of him. Yeah, I wasn't sure who he was. Okay, fair enough. That'll be fun to watch. I'm going to enjoy that. And then one of the things just before we get into the Royal Rumble. Do Did you hear that there was another fan with an AEW shirt that had was told to take it off?
Yeah, there's actually photos of a guy from WWE making him take it off.
Yeah, there's actually like a video and some photos. It's interesting. Very interesting.
Now, because it's out there, the information's out there.
Yes.
The rumored final is already... Oh, sorry, no, they've already done the whole thing.
Ah.
Did you want...
No, I don't want to spoil.
Okay.
I want to be.
Because I feel
surprised.
this discussion has to happen now before it's too late.
Of who's going to win what?
No, of just, you know,
Who?
I know what happens. I don't know if you wanted to know.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah,
Because that's happened before.
Yeah, it has happened before. I'd rather
So
not.
I'm
know this
actually going to go out of my way to have this conversation.
Well, I appreciate
and now
that.
it's documented that I'm doing it.
Shout out to Perish for double checking.
Yeah.
Hey, and shout out to the bartender tonight. She's apparently going to have her day shift people look at a podcast.
You mean listen to it?
Whatever. Shout out to them for listening. And if they didn't listen, shout out to them for sucking
We're
dick.
taking this act downtown.
Or wherever they are. But anyways, yeah. Shall we get into the Rumble?
The Royal Rumble.
Which, shout out to surprise matches, first of all. Pre-show has tag team match from Raw. Which, well, I guess tag team match, yeah.
Tag team title match, I believe.
Not a title match.
No?
It's
I
just,
thought it was a title
match. Rude and Gable were facing off against Razor from AOP and Scott Dawson from the Revival.
Yeah.
And the stipulation was, if Razor and Dawson won, both teams would get a title shot in the future. They did not win.
No.
I figure with the stipulation that fucking weird, I'm like, well, yeah, that makes sense. They both get a title shot coming up in the future. Well, yeah, they'll win.
Yeah.
They did not. It was a decent match, though. It was very strange that Akam, who's Razor's partner, apparently is injured.
Yeah.
But
Is
Scott Dawson's partner, Dash Wilder, he's okay. Why didn't they just do the Revival and just do a title match?
It was very weird.
It was strange. It was very strange. It's like, let's take these two tag teams, mash them together, and throw them out there with this champion. It was just weird.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. It was weird. I really don't know how else to describe it. The whole thing was just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, Rude and Gable won. Cool. Next match. Nakamura versus Rusev for the United States Championship. Our first title change. And no! United States Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. Did not see that coming.
And Lana apparently hurts her ankle.
Yeah, apparently she was on the apron. I missed a lot of this match. She's on the apron and Nakamura was talking trash to her and then moves as soon as Rusev goes to hit him. Rusev knocks her off, hurts her ankle, which will come into play later, which I'm actually kind of glad they did. I'm glad that they kept that storyline going because it was like, oh, I'm hurt. Oh, no, I'm fine.
My thing is, if you're a woman...
Occasionally I am.
No, but just if you're a woman who's going to manage or be in the corner of a male or even another female in the WWE, you're going to get up on the apron. How many times have we seen people get knocked off and hurt themselves because they're wearing fucking heels?
Which apparently, from what I saw, she actually just took her heels off. Yeah. So I think this is more kayfabe and staged.
I know.
But
I mean, I'm just staying within.
At what point do you think, maybe don't get on the apron or hold on, or move out of the way? You see your husband running, oh, I'm gonna move out of the way now just in case.
I mean, John Cena has that Skechers deal. I mean, just hit him up.
Get
some shoes.
Yeah, I don't know. I get what they're doing. I don't hate it.
Actually, they're on SmackDown. The guy that used to run it, he has a shoe collection himself too.
But yeah, the whole female on the outside getting knocked up, distracting him. It's been done. It's been done a lot over the last couple of years. Again, I'm not against it because they played it up through the rest of the show.
Yeah.
But I thought they could have figured it a different way.
Yeah.
But whatever. So Shinsuke Nakamura becomes your new United States champion. Next match was by far the best one of the pre-show, which was the Fatal 4-Way for the Cruiserweight Championship. Buddy Murphy defending his Cruiserweight Championship versus Akira Tozawa, Hideo Itami, and Kalisto. Hideo Itami, he let himself go a little bit. He's gotten a little soft in the midsection.
Well, I don't think he was ever like a true body guy, though.
No, but he wasn't that round, we'll say. He had a little definition to him when he was in NXT.
Maybe he just wants to start looking like the Japanese flag.
Fair enough. But yeah, it was a great match. This was fun. I enjoyed this.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Buddy Murphy and Hideo Itami have a one-on-one heading into WrestleMania.
Yeah, they did keep doing a one-on-one kind of thing in the ring that constantly got broken up by Kalisto and Tozawa. But it was overall, this is, you want to watch just fast-paced cruiserweight style fun, just go watch this match. It's a good match. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It's actually one of my runner-ups for match of the night because goddamn, it's fun. It's a good time.
Well, and the guys, they work hard, and they're gonna lay it all on the line too. So
yeah,
the 205 guys are not guys that you want to turn the channel on anymore. You want to actually take the time and watch.
Absolutely.
Especially Buddy Murphy. If you don't like Buddy Murphy,
goddamn Buddy Murphy, especially for a ginger. Goddamn, he's good.
And he got Alexa Bliss. How do you not like him?
Yeah.
He has his moments with Bliss.
Yes, he does.
Word up.
Yes, he does. But yeah, Buddy Murphy ends up retaining, so good for him. That was a good match. We open up Rumble pay-per-view with Asuka versus Becky Lynch. Good choice.
Yep.
This match, hard-hitting, a little clunky, but in a good way. It was... I enjoyed the hell out of this match. There's 2 matches in a row. I'm like, yes.
I said this on yesterday, because we are recording on Monday. I said this yesterday at the pre-show panel when we were talking about it with Spencer Love and his brother on their Facebook video.
Yes.
We had a lot of matches at the Royal Rumble today where it was the first time you got to see that match.
Becky versus Asuka's one of them.
And that's the thing. So, we're starting with the card, and we can talk about the ones that were before. That's probably the first time Rude and Gable faced Rosara and Dawson in a tag match.
Which, again, weird, but it wasn't bad.
And obviously not the first time Rusev and Nakamura had him. But this was the first time Asuka and Becky had a match.
Yep. First time for Ronda Sasha, which wasn't bad.
First time you see Finn and Brock.
Which was good.
Yeah.
Fuck. I think it outshined Bryan.
First time you saw the Bar against Shane and Miz.
I missed a lot of that match, and we'll get into that.
But I'm just saying, this was a lot of first time for matches, so It was actually refreshing. And the ones that weren't first time, as a wrestling fan, you should just shut up and enjoy it because they're all guys that you wanted to see in the time. So.
Yep, I agree.
But yeah, with Asuka and Becky, I would not be disappointed to see more.
No, that'd be good.
However, I was very happy with the end of this match because you could tell where they were leading up to, or at least I thought, with Lana getting hurt, I kind of had a realization.
We talked about it last week on how I said, well, maybe this will happen.
Yeah, and so with Lana getting hurt, you kind of foreshadowed her spot being available, that whoever would have not come away with the win in the SmackDown Championship match quite possibly could have been in the Rumble. Maybe if there was a change in the Raw Women's title match, we could have said that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Becky Lynch taps out to the Asuka lock.
Yes.
Asuka retains her title. Asuka looks like $1 million coming out of this match.
You know what? They went back and forth with a bunch of reversals, and it was good.
Yeah. And
both of them, I thought, came out looking really good.
And then anybody was like, "Oh, Becky just tapped out." Yeah. Guess what? She got a moment later. We'll get into that.
Yeah. So that was a good match. Asuka retaining. Then we go on to SmackDown Tag Team titles of Miz and Shane McMahon versus The Bar.
Yeah.
I missed some of this match.
I thought this was actually a pretty decent match.
But from what I saw, it was good. I was not expecting a title change and new tag team champions.
I kind of did. I didn't want it because, like, you always hear, like, oh, okay, and WWE is reportedly trying to push their tag division. But when they do that, they keep, putting together all these, like, everyone who's an actual tag team gets the shaft, and then all these thrown together tag teams get the rewards.
Yep. Especially, and again, I've said it before, Shane McMahon. It's cool when he wrestles, I guess, but I don't want to see him in the ring anymore.
Like, you have the Usos not on the show, you have the New Day not wrestling as a tag team on the show, you have the Colognes, get the Good Brothers, you have all these good tag teams, but at the end of the Royal Rumble, your tag team champions are The Miz and Shane McMahon.
Which, cool moment, yeah, but again, just, I don't want to see Shane McMahon in these situations. No. I'm kind of over it. So it's a bittersweet pill to swallow.
But,
really.
I mean, now Miz can say, the only title in WWE's never held is, the 205 Cruiserweight title in Universal?
Yeah. I don't think he'd ever be able to slim down enough to get 205.
No. He'd have to hang out with Maurice for a long time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
You know that scene in Scary Movie?
Which one?
The one where, he's with the girl and then all of a sudden the release and he's all skin and bones?
Yeah.
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 Miz might have to do something like that to get to the 205.
Fair enough. Go Skinny Miz. Next match was the women's Raw title match between Ronda and Sasha. This one was good. And you know what? Ronda actually sold a lot. Actually, both former UFC employees sold a ton tonight. Or, I guess, last night. I was impressed. She looked vulnerable. She actually made Sasha look really good. I actually believed for a few minutes there Sasha was going to win. I enjoyed it. And, of course, reversal. And Sasha ends up... I think she got pinned.
She did.
Yeah.
And this also was Ronda Rousey's first pinfall victory in the WWE.
Really?
Yeah.
How about that?
Little known stat.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
But then before they were keeping the cameras on her for quite a while.
Yeah.
Like both of them. And then Sasha's on kind of like walking up the ramp, turns around, walks back, shakes hands again, which they did left arms for some reason. I don't know why, but whatever. And then Sasha, does the signal for the four horsewomen, the wrestling four horsewomen, as opposed, well, I guess they're all wrestlers now, but as opposed to the MMA four horsewomen, which makes me excited because maybe they're going to finally get to it.
Yeah.
Which, hopefully it's SummerSlam, not WrestleMania. But...
Well, it makes sense for Survivor Series, to be honest.
It does make sense for Survivor Series.
However, this could be... Now you're just starting to finally see main roster eggs being dropped here. So
Easter egg.
My thing is, are we going to see, let's talk about this after we're done, because the Rumble thing.
Okay.
Because a lot of things will tie in then.
Sure. Then after that, it was the women's 30 women Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Which I liked. They did so much better this year than last year.
Yeah.
There weren't people rolling underneath the ropes or whatever like that.
Well, they had one going underneath the ring.
When Selena Vega, but then she was chased back into the ring by...
Which was a homage to Jerry Lawler.
Yes.
When he did it. So.
But then she was chased from under the ring and into the ring and eliminated. But she was chased into the ring by Hornswoggle.
Yeah.
Which I thought was so fucking random.
Because was she not thrown out by Rhea Ripley?
Yes.
So.
And then Hornswoggle just gave her a wave, got out of the ring, and then chased her to the back.
Yeah, which was funny.
It was very funny. It was not expected at all. I thought it was hilarious.
Also, Selena Vega wore her Mortal Kombat stuff down.
She did.
Which was kind of cool.
Yes.
I
saw, Candice LeRae, Io Shirai, Kairi Sane.
Again, we say Rhea Ripley was in there.
Ripley. Did not see Shayna Baszler. I was a little surprised by that.
No, but we did see Cassie
Cazzarno.
Yeah.
Which she almost got eliminated and then ended up doing a handstand walking thing to the ring post and pulls herself up. That was impressive.
I was very impressed with how she pulled herself up on that ring post.
Yes. Very impressed with how she got on that pole.
I'm just going to say Marty Scurll pays to be a villain.
He's not dating her.
Huh?
He's not dating her. He's dating Deonna Purrazzo.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You know who's dating her?
Oh, Ricochet.
Ricochet, yeah. Ricochet.
Yeah, no, I got
Nice
them
pull,
confused.
bro.
Yeah.
And then Naomi did 2 different spots where she almost got eliminated.
Yeah. I think it's...
Which they were... Wait, was it 2 or just 1?
It was 1.
Sorry, I'm thinking later on.
The women in general just had
Yeah,
2.
there's 2.
Yeah.
But hers was kind of the same as last year.
No.
I mean, still impressive, don't get me wrong. But, yeah, so she avoids elimination and then eventually gets eliminated. And it comes down to spot number 28, where out comes Lana, still selling from earlier that night.
Yeah.
And she can't get to the ring.
Yeah, it's deemed that she can't partake in this match.
And of all people, it's Fit Finlay out there doing this, which I found was...
Well, because he is an agent for the women.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, so he's one of the main road agents for the women.
Okay, that makes sense.
Also...
I just thought it was so random that...
Also take into account, Becky Lynch comes out.
Yes.
Says, this match needs 30 participants. She can't go. We can't have 29. It's the 30-woman Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Put me in. She is... An Irish lady is pleading her case to an Irish man.
Not the Irishman, but an Irishman.
Yeah. So, also kind of thought it was funny that, you know, Ireland was supporting Ireland in that one.
Yes.
So if Finlay gives
There's a whole bunch of IRA right there.
Right.
Car bombs and all.
But yeah, Irish relentless.
Yes.
But no, so yeah,
She
Becky
gets
Lynch.
into the ring, yeah.
Becky Lynch is
Which
now...
I called! Fuck yeah! And then ends up coming down to her and Charlotte.
Yeah.
They were actually going to name Charlotte the winner because Becky, I don't know if she got thrown out of the ring or something happened to her knee.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but she ended up not really being able to walk. And then she said no, she guts it out. She ends up winning the Rumble.
Yeah.
Good for her. It was thoroughly enjoyable.
The ending of this year's one was better than last year's.
No
However, I don't think it was smooth.
I was okay with it. I thought it was really well done.
I'm not a big fan of when you know you're going to be the last one eliminated from the Rumble and you get clotheslined over the ropes, just take it. Do not go onto the apron and then fall off. That is just a little over.
I didn't mind it. Yeah, I had suspense because they teased it a couple times, and then, but I was okay with it. I thought it personally, without going into too much, I thought it was actually better than the men's Royal Rumble. Personally, not by a lot, but
I don't know,
a little bit.
To me, I just don't. I didn't find. I found there was a lot of clunky parts in the transition of this year's Rumble, like between the entrance. I think
the camera work, whoever is the producer of the show,
well, the camera work was a little weird.
It was.
I honestly think it was Chase Field that threw the camera people off because it's a very, like, you can't get clear shots.
No, and there was a lot of jumping around the parts trying to get the right shot.
There should have been an overview camera that actually went down there so you can see.
Yeah.
And you know how in the old days where they had that little screen on the bottom left that showed the entrant coming down? Why not something like that?
That would make sense. Instead of going back and forth, jumping a bunch, but whatever.
You know, what do we know?
We just wrestle.
Yeah.
Then after the Women's Royal Rumble was the WWE Championship between Daniel Bryan in his 4th reign, defending against AJ Styles. Sorry, the new Daniel Bryan.
Technically, it's not his 4th reign of being WWE champion.
It's
just his 4th reign of being a champion. Because he was World Heavyweight Champion.
No, it's his 4th reign. It's something, I guess they combined it, so they count it as the World Heavyweight. Because he did the one World Heavyweight, the big gold belt, in 2012.
Yeah.
And then he won 13?
Yeah, he defeated Mark Henry to become the World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, and then he went on to his tag team thing with Team Hell No.
Oh, no, sorry, he defeated Big Show. Not Mark Henry. Because Big Show defeated Mark Henry.
Yeah.
And then he defeated John Cena, which then Randy Orton cashed in on.
Yeah.
And then he won at WrestleMania 30.
I thought the same thing. I looked it up. There was one at, what was it called? Night of Champions. He actually beat Randy Orton. The next night was stripped because of there's some storyline thing about he did something that basically the Authority, Triple H was like, no, that's not right. You have to get the title back. You've been stripped. You can give it back. He was stripped of the title, and then in December, it ended up getting it was down to a ladder match between Cena and Orton won it, and then he won it from Orton at Mania. I completely forgot about that one at Night of Champions. It was literally a day as a champion. Right? I totally forgot about it too. And thinking back, I'm like, fuck's sakes, I actually went and looked it up. I'm like, yeah, I do remember that now. Because then after that, he went on that weird tangent where he joined the Wyatt family for a bit.
Well, yeah, he did the thing of, in order to get Bray by himself, I have to join him and then get him in a... Yeah. Anyway, back to the match.
That's something,
Yeah.
So Daniel Bryan defending his WWE Championship versus AJ Styles. Match was good, but I think people were exhausted from the Rumble because it wasn't as loud as I thought it could have been.
Well, it's also a stadium, so
no, it's true. But even so, there were some points like during the Rumble and other matches where it was pretty loud. But this one, I think people were sitting back, half recovering, half just taking this in because this was.
I think that's also the thing too. I think the crowd was a little exhausted, but at the same time, they want to just watch it.
Yeah, it was a good match to watch.
So, and too, like, it's not like if this was like the first time it was happening, they might be a little bit louder.
Yeah.
If it was the situations were a little different, but at the end, good match. Daniel Bryan has a black eye from this match.
It's a good match though.
Yeah. AJ Styles ends up losing due to a choke slam from the returning Eric Rowan.
The man with a bunch of platitude.
Yeah.
I was very confused by this, but I'm willing to see where it goes. I'm curious. Is Daniel Bryan now in control of the new Wyatt family? Is this going to cause to have him feud with a returning Bray Wyatt? Is it going to be Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper versus Eric Rowan and Daniel Bryan? There are many possibilities here. I like it, though.
Well, maybe
it's different.
Maybe Daniel Bryan has Rowan and Harper on his side to where AJ can have Gallows and Anderson on his side.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
And this is even foreshadowing that if Harper actually joins.
Of course, yeah, there are many possibilities. The fact that Eric Rowan is finally back from injury and joins Daniel Bryan, I think that's different.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a one-off. It could be just needed help, paid him or something like that. Definitely possible.
Or maybe it's just a repackaging of Eric Rowan again.
Maybe.
Because he didn't come down with a sledgehammer or his hammer. He didn't come in with a mask.
He came in wearing plaid.
Yeah. Street
Pants.
clothes.
Street clothes, yeah.
Very Daniel Bryan-esque.
Yeah, it looked like he belonged. Like he was actually from Seattle. All that plaid and jeans and such. I like it, though. It's different.
Yeah.
So still your WWE Championship, Daniel Bryan. Next match, I think contends as match of the night just for how shocked I was by it. As Brock Lesnar defending his Universal Championship versus Finn Balor.
Yeah.
This match is just shy of 9 minutes.
Yeah.
But, holy shit. Brock Lesnar sold his ass off for Finn Balor.
It's funny.
He made Finn Balor look like $1 million.
It's funny what Brock Lesnar does when he actually likes working with people.
It's insane. So I was actually, during the day kind of lazing about, trying to recover. They had last year's Rumble on. The match with him, Kane, and Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
And you see the stiff shot from Strowman. You see the stiff shot back to Strowman from Lesnar. And the rest of the matches, it's okay. But, he sold his ass off. He literally, at one point, he took the corner of the announce table to the gut, which it looked like he took it to the balls. And I thought it was fucking hysterical. He took the table to the balls. And then Balor works the stomach the rest of the time. And Balor ends up tapping out to a Kimura, which was shot on him after doing the coup de grace. It was really well done. Brock beat he had the shit kicked out of him. He ends up beating the fuck out of Balor after the match. It was I haven't seen Brock sell that much since he faced Samoa Joe. Like, he didn't win that match. He survived it.
Yeah.
That's literally how it went down. That puts Finn Balor, in my opinion, on a different level. Like, suddenly it's, holy shit, he could be credible as a champion. So, yeah, but still, Universal Champion Brock Lesnar. And a very good match I thoroughly enjoyed. And then we get on to the 30-man Royal Rumble for a chance at one of the titles at WrestleMania 35. We see Elias open it up, which I liked.
About to do a concert.
Then he's interrupted by J-E-F-F.
J-A-R-R.
E-T-T.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett.
Who is wearing the exact same gear, boots and all, from WrestleMania 11. Same outfit.
Hats light up and everything. Oh my god, it was fantastic.
He told Vince, if you want me to do this, I'm going full style, and I'm doing the exact. So the last time he was at WrestleMania 11, that's what he wore.
Yep, and the whole 90 seconds of the two of them, they were talking and teasing about doing a concert together. Then he gets hit by, he being Jeff Jarrett, gets hit by a guitar from Elias and thrown over the top rope. Just in time for entrant number 3, who was, I can't remember. Can't remember who entrant number 3 was.
Number 3 of the Rumble?
Yeah. Doesn't matter. It was somebody.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh, yeah, the United States champion. Wearing his best Eddie Murphy Delirious costume.
A
whole lot of red.
I also said it looks very weird now when Shinsuke wears that top.
Strange.
Yeah.
Very strange. But, yeah, and the match itself went over well enough. There really wasn't too many other surprises, really.
I was surprised to see both Gargano and Black in there. I just didn't expect. I expected some NXT guys. I just didn't expect Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, Pete Dunne was also in it. I liked his showing. Mustafa Ali kicked ass in that. Samoa Joe did really well in it.
See, R-Truth get beat up, and again somebody stole his spot. And this person
Was Nia Jax.
is not like most girls.
No. The 4th ever woman in the Men's Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And I talk about a little bit this upcoming bi-weekly episode of A Moment with Meniac. I don't hate it. I don't really like it, though. Now that there's a female Royal Rumble, I just don't see a need for women in the men's anymore. I'm all for intergender wrestling. I think, if you want to do it where guys versus girls, where they actually go at each other, cool. I'm cool. I'm game for that, but I don't know. I just... Something about her attacking R-Truth just... I didn't like it. Having intergender wrestling, love that. Actually, I'm a huge fan of intergender wrestling. Stuff that Candice LeRae's done with guys like Tommaso Ciampa on the Indies is phenomenal.
I just don't understand why they're throwing so much intergender stuff our way right now, when I do think WWE should just be trying to build their new women tag team titles.
Yeah.
And worry about that first.
Yeah. And I'd be totally okay with down the road. There's like doing an open challenge for, insert, U.S. Intercontinental whatever title, and have a female come down. That I'd be totally okay with that. That'd be kind of cool, depending on who it is. That'd be really big.
The one thing I
have
did,
like Becky Lynch come down.
The one thing I did like, at the very least, if you're gonna put a woman in a men's Royal Rumble, at least the guys fought back.
No, and that's the one thing is that Nia goes in and she beats on Andrade, not Cien Almas anymore. She beats on Orton. She beats on Rey Mysterio. And then all of them, including Dolph Ziggler, was a surprise in this match, I personally thought.
Yeah.
Beat the hell out of her. There's Super Kick. There's
I
619.
actually thought seeing Shelton Benjamin again was a little surprising.
I kind of forgot he worked for the company, to be honest.
So that's why it was surprising.
Yeah. But, again, I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that there's a women's Royal Rumble. It's like, it feels like, hey, you're going in, it's like you're almost overshadowing Becky's win because now you're the 4th ever person to do this. I don't know. Time and a place, I think. I don't think that was it.
So, we end up getting a very cool moment in this match, I thought.
What's that?
When Dolph Ziggler super kicked Nia Jax in the face.
Actually, the RKO out of nowhere was pretty sweet, too.
Yeah. But, no, I just meant you saw the men actually fight back on Nia, and the crowd went ape shit over it.
Yep.
Which I thought that was a very telling statement.
I think that's awesome. If you're going to do intergender, I let them hit back. That's cool.
Yeah. JBL, who was doing announcing, lost his shit during this, but it seemed like Ray, Ziggler, and Orton all teamed up on Nia Jax.
Yeah, I like it. And judging by this, we can say safely next year Brock Lesnar in the Women's Royal Rumble?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
Brock Lesnar's going to win the Women's Royal Rumble.
Or get beat up by everyone. Actually,
Actually, you could do it, like where he comes in and he just suplexes the shit out of a bunch of people, and then one of the girls comes in and just kicks him in the dick, and then like 4 or 5 of them throw him out.
Well,
it's very doable.
Or Sable comes back and tells him to leave, and that's who he puts
go home. Just hangs his head, gets out of the ring. Yes, dear. That'd actually be really funny.
Okay, fine.
Okay, boy. But yeah, anyways, the finish of the Royal Rumble, you see Seth Rollins winning.
See, I actually liked the ending of this one because it was different, and it was very creative. You actually saw him and Braun Strowman in the final.
Yeah.
Which, as soon as I saw Braun Strowman named as Cena's replacement, I kind of did a sign because I was like, he's going to be at the end.
Yeah.
He's probably not going to win, but I'd rather see this just be given to somebody else.
Yeah.
So, and it's one of those where, like, to me, they wrecked Braun by not giving him the title already.
I don't think they wrecked him, but did Bray Wyatt hurt him in a bit where he had to bounce back from it? Yeah.
But now it's just, okay, he's lost his luster to me, and I don't think he's as over as he was.
He was actually getting booed a little bit when he was hitting Seth Rollins.
Yeah, so I think Seth is probably the most over babyface.
He definitely could be.
Well, outside of maybe Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Or...
especially Finn Balor now.
Or AJ, I would say. Those are probably his competition. But yeah, so it'd be very interesting to see, had he not been in that position, who would have done it. But I just like the finish of this where you got him to the outside, but then what took him out was actually a curb stomp onto the apron.
Which looked fucking sick. Yeah.
And then that was kind of where I was going at. Like with the clothesline over was fine, but you can tell with Charlotte that when she stood on the apron that there should have been something else instead of that, dramatic just roll off kind of a thing. I just felt like they could have done one little thing extra.
Yeah, I like both of them.
Unless she just flat out took that complete bump over, because I don't think at that point you needed that dramatic pause. I just think you just needed that moment of, okay, it's Becky eliminating Charlotte and winning.
Yeah.
But I don't know. To me, it just slowed it down a little, which I don't think it needed to. But with Rollins and with Braun, they went in that same direction, but they also gave you that exclamation mark.
Yeah.
Where I didn't feel I got with the women's one. But with that being said, it's like you didn't care because Becky's just the most over thing right now, so you just wanted her to win.
Yeah.
So, but I don't feel like she had an exclamation mark when she won that Seth Rollins did.
Yeah, I would disagree with that, but I mean, the fact that she won, she's the last one with the beat up knee and whatnot, I think it was enough that she was there on her own at the end. I think that was enough of an exclamation point, but
I'm thinking, to me, I just find like they gave her that moment when she got in, not when she actually won.
Yeah.
Like, that was like the big... To me, that was the turning point of that Rumble. Whereas I think the turning point of this one was at the actual finish. Like, you just...
Yeah.
I don't know, I just like the finish better in the men's than I did the women's.
It's because you're sexist.
No. Not at all. It's because I just felt that the delivery was better in the men's. I mean, what goes back to the one last year, right? The delivery of the women one was awful between us.
It was straight up awful.
And to me, I just think when it comes down, I mean, you got a lot of women trying to do too much on these opportunities sometimes, where they try things that I don't think necessarily they need to do. I just feel that they're trying to do one extra thing too much, or they're trying to do something too cute or whatever. Like, I'm personally tired of these tricks of, you know, let's see what Kofi does this year. Let's see what Naomi does this year.
Staving off elimination twice.
Like, it's getting a little bit boring.
The one he was touched once with one foot, and the second one, which I don't know what happened. He got like pushed over, knocked out, and then Xavier Woods caught him, ended up walking him back to the ring. They both got in, and then both got eliminated by Drew McIntyre, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of funny. To me, it was funny, but at the end of the day, I'm now just like, really? Like, you're gonna, you know, have a guy like Xavier Woods and Kofi, like, that's how they get eliminated? Yeah. Xavier lasts, like, what, all of, like, 2 seconds, 3 seconds? By the way, I think there was a tie this year between Xavier Woods and No Way Jose for tying the fastest elimination in Royal Rumble history.
Nope.
No?
They actually redid the times. No Way Jose actually did 2.17 seconds.
Oh, well, fair enough. It was super quick, but it was weird to see No Way Jose after all this time of not seeing him. Suddenly, boom, he's on a show. Like a big pay-per-view. Briefly, but still there. Mm. But anyways, overall, my favorite pay-per-view of the year, so I had a good time.
Xavier Woods is actually 3 seconds.
Wow.
Santino still holds it for 1 second.
1 second.
Well, which is, to me, and like, well, even Titus O'Neil was in there for 5 seconds.
Which I thought was pretty funny.
It was, but I'm just getting to the point now. It's like, can you guys, like, why do you have to do so many repetitions in Rumbles?
I don't
know. That's going to be my one thing that I'm actually going to shit on this year about, was repetition in the Rumble matches.
You mean guys repeating things?
Just repetition in general, because you saw the women do something with underneath the ring, and then you saw it again in the men's. You saw somebody announce for the Rumble, something happened, somebody took their spot in the women's. That happened in the men's.
So you're saying more WWE as a whole?
Yeah, as a general thing. And, like, to me, it's not that hard to, if you see one match do something, you don't do it again later.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of an unwritten rule.
Yeah.
But, that being said, it's okay, now we see, the girls are trying to do, there's 2 people trying to do cool elimination saves. And then you still see Kofi do it. When it's Kofi's thing to begin with, and then Naomi started doing it, and you're like, okay, fine. But if Naomi's going to do it, Kofi, maybe you just don't do it that year. And if Kofi's going to do it, maybe tell the women not to do it. Like, then it's actually more special because it's the one time thing.
I don't mind that either, really.
But then now
having elimination of 5 seconds or a couple seconds, I think those are funny.
But there's too many. That's my thing.
No, I don't. I mean, if there was like 15 of them.
I mean, if there's so many people that, you know, you don't want to give time in the Rumble to, why are they in there to begin with? Why not give it to somebody else that, you know, if Becky can be in the Rumble, why couldn't Finn Balor?
I don't know.
Or,
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, like,
you know, like, why couldn't you saw, like, Luke Gallows or Carl Anderson or something like that?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, I don't know.
I personally don't have a problem with that stuff, but I mean,
I just don't want.
We would run things differently.
I just wouldn't put so much comedy into both matches when you can act. Like, I want to see that belief of these guys that, look, this is my chance to be the champion in this business. I'm going to take it seriously, and there's not shenanigans as much. It's fine occasionally, but not so much.
I think that's where we differ. I'm all about the comedy wrestling.
Because, I don't know.
Hence being in my opinion, one of the best comedy wrestlers in the world.
Yes. But there's also a time that, you know, when you have an opportunity to headline WrestleMania, you shouldn't be laughing about it. You should be taking it seriously.
Nah, man. I'd definitely do a 1 second elimination. I think it'd be fucking
Unless
funny.
You're Brock Lesnar, then you can laugh your way, because when it comes to WrestleMania, you're probably going to be the main event.
Yeah, exactly.
Or whatnot.
Well, I'm going to say is who Seth Rollins chooses. It's Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, and then Becky Lynch chooses Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Which I think this is, again, like, you're going to see more Easter eggs about the 4 Horsewoman feud.
I agree.
So that's why it'll be very interesting just to see now how they plant the seeds moving forward.
Yeah.
Especially if, the rumor's true and Ronda does leave after Mania to go start a family.
That's where her contract is until?
Nope, not true.
When's her contract until?
2021. The rumor is that she wants to take time away to get pregnant and have a child.
Sex. Nice.
Yeah. Travis wants to get down with the Brown.
It's not how you have kids. Okay. Anyways. That's good. Overall, good weekend. Favorite pay-per-view. Enjoy it.
But to me, I just want to see, that more of an internal, scene where, when it comes to the Rumble, there's more, you don't see so many, you see, like, alliances say, okay, I get it, but when it comes to this match, I don't know. I'm worried about me tonight. 364 days, I'm worried about us.
Which, by the way,
tonight is me.
Another thing we didn't mention for the women's match, Maria Kanellis was in the match.
Yeah.
Thought she asked for her release, but I guess they didn't give it to her.
Well, she also denied saying that, too. She actually put out a statement saying...
I didn't hear that. But she had a thing with Alicia Fox stomping on a hat, and then Alicia Fox throws a legit temper tantrum.
Yeah.
That was the low point of the match for me. That did not need to happen. Whatever. Anyways.
No, and that's one chick I will never say anything nice about. I do not understand how Alicia Fox is still employed by WWE. She's not a good worker. She's not entertaining.
I have nothing to say to that.
It's the same for most.
I don't want to say someone should lose their job, but I don't know. It's just...
Hey, if Emma can't keep her job there, why the fuck does Alicia Fox have one?
I don't know. She's banging someone. I don't fucking know. You're asking the wrong guy. I don't have a job there.
Yeah, but Emma banged Ryder, and he never gets fired, and they never have anything for him.
It's because they feel bad for him, I guess. I don't fucking know.
How do you feel bad if he gets Emma?
I don't know. I don't work there, man. I don't know. I don't know. I was with the wrong guy.
I would pump that bro fist in a heartbeat knowing that. I'm like, good job. Then he's got Chelsea Green. Great.
He upgraded. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He went from Australia to Canada.
Yeah. Other news in wrestling world, Impact Wrestling Hall of Famer Abyss and Sanjay Dutt, apparently both exit Impact Wrestling, are reportedly WWE bound to work backstage.
And so are the Hurricane and Jeff Jarrett, who now become road agents for the WWE.
It's very interesting. Interesting time. And there's also apparently a lot of interest from AEW and WWE about Matt Sydal.
Mm-hmm. Who actually got hurt again, I believe.
No, there's no interest. Interest is gone. AEW also just recently signed Jungle Boy, who I just found out, Luke Perry's son.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I don't know much about him. I looked him up, the little bit I saw. Interesting gimmick. I'm willing to see what that's all about. AEW has also applied for trademark Change the Universe for merchandise purposes. And they've also applied for the StarCast LLC trademark for that event company that Conrad Thompson runs. There's a rumor mill that Ziggler wants out of WWE because they're trying to make him a backstage producer instead of in-ring talent. I don't know how true that is, but I could see him actually possibly leaving the company if that was the case.
I don't know, because I don't know. If you think about it, like, 'cause he does this comedy, right?
What?
We're talking Ziggler?
Yes.
Yeah. He does this comedy. WWE gives him all the dates available to do his comedy.
That's true.
And they help with, promotional stuff. Like, he did a comedy show right after the Royal Rumble.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
just blocks away from the venue. So,
how about that?
I don't know. I don't think Ziggler is actually as frustrated within the company as people say, because he actually did an interview with Chris Van Vliet. who just admitted saying, like, look, like, you know, like when Chris Van Vliet said, like, what was this thing? It's like he gets booked better in the comedy world than WWE or whatever, or something like that. And then he's like, well, I'm not wrong when people say that, but it's like one of those things where he's like, doesn't appear to be unhappy with WWE. His contract apparently is coming to an end, but, you know, when questioned about the road agent stuff, he's like, I could definitely see myself doing that at that point. It's just right now, I still have stuff to give in the ring. So instead of me telling somebody how to do something that I can just do myself, you know, I'd rather be just the guy doing it.
That makes sense.
So,
last couple of things I have for wrestling is Jerry Lynn started following you boys in Tag Struggle.
yeah, this podcast is now followed by Jerry Lynn on Twitter, so it's the Jerry Lynn followed podcast of Sons of Struggle.
Yes.
Suck an egg, people. Suck an egg.
Yes. Jerry Lynn is a Tag Struggle fan.
And then he follows us individually on Twitter, too, because he's a little bit of all right.
He is struggle-licious.
So, Jerry Lynn, if you want to maybe get involved here
in the Alberta wrestling scene or the podcast.
Yeah, maybe come to the Alberta scene, hook up with the boys Tag Struggle, and we can go the whole effing struggle.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be a little bit of effing all right.
Mm-hmm.
And on that note, for Alberta indie stuff, RCW looks like they're taking over the CWC dates and stuff for this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's first show is April 13th.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but I'm going to be there.
No, I'm already booked.
Your boys Take Struggle booked in RCW in Red Deer.
I actually knew about that probably before a lot of people did. So
Probably. As soon as I found out, I jumped on that whole train real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Now we get to the big question. How do you feel about Peter Shirley being fired?
I completely understand why. I do believe he was on the hot seat as soon as Todd McClellan got fired.
Yes.
Actually, I think he was on the hot seat before that. But the fact that he fired the coach first gave him some leeway. I don't think this is a bad thing for the hockey team. But holy shit, would it be funny if the Oilers still made the playoffs when in the same year that they fired their GM and head coach.
Yes.
Because when has that happened last?
I don't know.
If.
Yeah, that's very true.
Because the Oilers right now, going into the All-Star, I believe, were 3 points out of a playoff spot.
There you go.
Not completely out of it. I don't think they will. Somebody asked me if do you think, the Oilers, should they not, should they make the playoffs or won't? What do you think is best? And I was like, you can look at two sides of it. One, the draft pick side, which we know all too well,
Yes.
right? The better we suck, the better chance we have to a number one pick.
Oh, yeah.
Been there, done that a few more times than we'd like to admit that we should be doing. However, at the end of the day, you still need to go and, ask guys, hey, do you want to sign with our team when, say, a free agent frenzy period comes along? Nobody's going to sign with you, especially the big names, if your team's not winning.
That was true.
So yes, it definitely helps the Oilers' chances of landing free agents, especially high-profiled managerial people, if the team is winning.
Yes.
Because a lot of people don't realize there's a good chance the Oilers might not hire a big name for their GM. Why? Because it's a dumpster fire right now. And it's a hard job to turn the ship around.
Yes. One thing I will say, though, based on the All-Star weekend that also just happened, is you have a 3-10 defending fastest skater,
Yeah.
and Connor McDavid. You also have
The premier passer.
and Leon Draisaitl.
Yeah.
Johnny Gaudreau won the puck control, and the save streak went to...
It was really funny seeing Peterson in that one, because holy crap. crap did he struggle?
Yeah.
That was great.
Yes, the save streak went to...
Lundqvist, I believe.
Yes, Lundqvist with 12 saves.
Yeah. He got 9 in a row or 12 in a row?
12 in a row.
Yeah, it was insane.
Yeah. And then the hardest shot went to Carlson, 102.8 miles an hour.
And then the accuracy, I believe, went to, what was it?
Pasternak.
Yeah.
With 11 seconds. 11.309 seconds.
Whatever happened to the whole... Well, did you see what they're doing now? With the targets? They're putting faces on them?
Yeah. I enjoy that.
I do miss the fact that they're just targets that you can just crack open, though.
And just rip parts off.
Man, that's a nice visual to have. Just seeing a target fly or...
Yeah. And then looks like Metropolitan picked up a big old win on the overall tournament, or I guess the games on Saturday, with Centrals beating the Pacific and then losing to the Metropolitan in the finals. Hooray, good weekend for all.
Did you watch it?
No,
Neither
didn't watch
did
a
I.
damn thing. It's not because I don't want to, it's the same weekend as the Rumble, and Rumble's going to win 100% of the time.
Well, I mean, the skill stuff was Friday night, I believe.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's tough because I usually don't want to watch TV Friday night.
Yeah.
And then Saturday night, which is a game, that's TakeOver. That's not going to...
TakeOver wins.
You know.
100% of the time, TakeOver
NXT
wins.
takes over that night.
Exactly.
And then it's Sunday, and then hockey, all sort of things done, and then there's Rumble, and it's like, come on.
Yeah, absolutely.
What I do like is when the TakeOver's finished, it's like 9 o'clock.
Yep.
You know, if you're a little bit zonked from the show,
go to bed.
Go to bed, get your rest, because you got the Rumble the next day.
Yeah.
Boom. It's good.
What else we got? Stars will face the Predators 2020 Winter Classic.
Mm-hmm.
The Avalanche are going to host the Kings in the Stadium Series in 2020. And we already knew about next year, I guess in the fall, it's going to be, who was it? Winnipeg and Calgary? And
In Saskatchewan.
Yeah. Ovechkin pots his 23rd hat trick, which passes Timo Solani and ties him with Yari Curry for 10th all time on the hat trick list. And on another note for that, Carey Price ties Patrick Waugh and Jacques Plante for most 20-win seasons by a Canadian, or in the Canadiens franchise history at 9. That's an impressive feat as well.
Yeah.
And
this Sunday we have the Super Bowl between the Patriots and the Rams.
Yes.
Um,
I'm going to say go Patriots one more time. Why not?
I do think the Patriots will probably win. I wouldn't be unhappy if they didn't win.
At this point, I really don't care.
Yeah.
My team didn't even make the playoffs, so I really don't care.
Yeah, I'm not really emotionally invested in this year's one.
Why is that?
Well, my team lost in the conference championship. 2, just not teams I really care too much about.
Fair enough.
I mean, it's the same thing as like the Falcons and Patriots. Didn't care about those two teams.
I thought you wanted the Patriots to win just because you don't like the
No,
Falcons.
no, that's the thing though. You know that scene in Batman where they crash the football game and then no game happens? Yeah, that's what I wanted that year.
You wanted Bane to attack.
Yeah, I did.
Fair enough. Jumping back to hockey real quick, there have been a few trades. The Kings have acquired 5th round selection in 2019 draft from Chicago in exchange for their reserve rights to forward Dominic Kubalik. The Leafs have acquired Jake Muzzin from the Kings in exchange for Carl Gunderstrom, defenseman prospect Sean Dursey, and a first-round pick. And the Penguins have traded Jamie Oleksiak back to the Dallas Stars for the same pick that they got him for back in 2017, and that's a 4th-round pick.
Yeah. And the rumor is that Austin Matthews is looking to possibly get a 5-year contract extension from the Maple Leafs.
Just a 5-year, eh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Apparently the reason why of the 5 years is so then he can get his third contract before the age of 30.
Okay.
And then they also can have a shorter AAV.
Gotcha.
Because you don't have to front-loaded or backload the contract as much. So
That makes sense.
yeah.
Last thing I have for hockey, we found it tonight. Kootenay Ice will be relocating to Winnipeg next season. I didn't realize that things were that bad in Kootenay. Who knew?
Well, there's not much else to do in Winnipeg.
Besides go see your NHL, your AHL, and now your WHL team. It's a lot of hockey playing over there. I like that. Now on to, what's it? Go some ball sports. XFL talking to Fox and ESPN for TV rights. That'd be kind of cool if they got it on the ESPN, because that means TSN might get it.
You know, it's also on ESPN right now, the UFC.
Yeah,
they just moved there. So, also, Anthony Davis wants out of the New Orleans Pelicans. He has asked for a trade.
I've heard.
He will not re-sign with the team. Pretty much the rumor is that, you know, he's Laker-bound.
That's what I've heard. That or Celtics.
Celtics cannot trade for him until after the year's done.
No, but that's I guess the two teams he's looking to go to. The Oakland Athletics, or the A's, pick up pitcher Marco Estrada. The Mets sign Justin Wilson. Apparently Justin Verlander is looking for a potential new place to go as well. And the last thing I have for...
Which you know who's also going to be moved.
Kate
Upton.
Upton.
Yeah. So.
And I guess the Red Sox will not be visiting the White House on February 15th like originally scheduled due to the government shutdown. They don't want a bunch of burgers. Who knew? So they're planning, I guess, to visit May 6th to 8th or somewhere in there when they come visit the Orioles. And a little bit of CFL news. We've got Craig Dickinson has been elevated from special teams coordinator to head coach of the Rough Riders.
Yeah.
And J.C. Sherritt signs as linebacker coach with the Stampeders. That stings a bit, if you're an Eskimo fan.
What could it be even worse? How about the possibility of Mike Riley signing with the Stampeders?
That would suck bad. That would suck real bad. If he leaves, I'm going to say season is definitely in serious jeopardy.
Because the CFL free agency is actually primed to start soon.
And
I think it's February 12th it starts.
That would be interesting. Let's hope they can re-sign him. He's basically our only hope. And did you see Jake Hagar's Bellator debut, a.k.a. Jack Swagger?
I did.
R-Truth rapping for him down the ring.
Well, at least he gets time for some companies.
Right? But he got a big win over J.W. Kisser.
A nice submission victory.
Yeah, which that guy he beat definitely looks like he's the night manager at Walmart. 100%. But he did pretty well, actually. I was looking at his stuff. He looked real comfortable in there.
Hey, CM Punk, yeah, that's
how you do it.
That, and you know that thing called wrestling? Yeah, it fucking helps.
The difference between CM Punk and Jake Hagar is one of them is a All-American from Oklahoma State.
Who still has a record for most pins in his time.
Yeah, and that person definitely is not Phil Brooks.
No.
Which, to each their own. And I honestly hope that CM Punk comes back and works AEW. I think it'd be awesome. But I can't see that.
Also, Jack Hagar looking to trademark the name Jack Swagger.
That'd be sweet. That would be sweet.
I love the fact that he also does the We the People stuff.
Still, he did that on Saturday. I thought that was hilarious. Awesome. Trying to get that whole America thing behind him.
That'd be great.
Yes. Yes, it would be. It would be very good.
So.
Well, that's all I got, bud.
Yeah, as security drives past us, we got to get out of here because we're in trouble. No.
Yeah, before they catch on that we're doing a podcast, not drugs. It's West Ed. Drugs okay, podcast bad.
That only happened once.
This week.
Yeah.
So yeah, make sure you follow us. Tune in on all the Spotifys, the iTunes,
but
all
before
that.
we go, where are you going to be next?
That's a good question. Where am I going to be next? Next time you can see the old Solo Maniac struggles, I believe, will be February 9th in Edmonton at the St. John Cultural Center for RCW.
I was going to say, I hope he got that one because he invited me to the event on Facebook.
I did. I definitely did.
Like literally a couple hours ago.
Yeah, literally a couple hours ago. Yeah.
Which, yeah, I'll be there. Probably doing commentary again.
There you go. Where are you after that? I'm also the 23rd. I'll be in Bruderheim for RCW Wrestling.
Yeah, me too.
Just up the road from the old Fort of Saskatoon. Saskatchewan. And
from Saskatchewan, eh?
Saskatchewan, eh? And I have a couple days coming up. I've posted them all. Get at me if you want.
Oh, I know, by the way, yes, we already have our tickets to WWE in March 15th, so suck it.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Why were people asking? I actually had 2 different fans ask if I wanted to go with them. I'm like, no, I've already got tickets, but thank you. Flattered, but no, thank you, I'm good.
No, I'm just shoving in people's faces that we got tickets.
Floor seats. Again.
Yeah.
You boys.
And, which means, first round, there's a good chance we'll probably be there, because, it's walking distance from the venue.
That is true.
Brother.
That is true.
So, yeah. That's going to be a saucy day.
It's going to be a good day.
I think I'm actually going to take that day off of shoot work.
I'm not working shoot work, so it's going to be nice. I don't have to work the next day shoot work either, which is nice.
Yeah, me neither. I'm pretty sure I have a show the next day somewhere.
16th?
Yeah.
March 16th. You know what? Let's look up. I feel like that might be Vegreville.
I think that is Vegreville.
March 16th. It is Vegreville. We're going to be in Vegreville for RCW Wrestling. Right on.
Where there's a good chance where we could be tag teaming that show.
Fucking hope so.
So just gonna throw that out there. As for me, MPW Eliminators this Saturday. So
this Saturday. Very good.
If things go to where I think they might go, fans of Chris Perish, fans of Tag Struggle, fans of Alberta Wrestling, fans of MPW Wrestling, I will have an announcement coming.
Cryptic.
Dun, dun, dun. I plan on pulling up my pants and losing this gut. No.
There you go. Gonna get in shape.
Yeah.
He's gonna join old Maniac on the old resolution chain.
As one of my buddies says, because Jerry Lynn follows us on Twitter now.
Yes.
Man, if people thought I was annoying with Warren Moon. Whew.
Yeah, this is gonna be bad.
Jerry Lynn has also started to think like Warren Moon and follow me on Twitter.
We know. He follows me too.
Yeah, I know. Follow the podcast first, because we're a little bit of all right.
And Strugglicious.
No. So I believe I have February 2. February 9th, I'll be commentating at the RCW show. February 16th, I want to say, is a Power Rumble.
Yeah, you're defending your heavyweight title.
In the Lethbridge for Pure Power Wrestling. I have yet to know who I'm defending my title against, but I will be defending my title.
There you go.
And then I'm also going to be watching, because a number 1 contender will be made for that title in the Power Rumble, Sim Rumble, where I have won twice.
There you go.
Which, by the way, this is the 3rd ever. So, what up?
What up?
I'm going to give people a chance here and not compete this year.
You should definitely compete anyways. Get a night off.
All right.
Yeah, you should. That'd be fun.
Well, I already have a title defense.
So?
If I'm in the hang, I'm not going to
No, I meant in the future. Just get a night off. Like, I'm invoking my title defense. I'm pinning myself. And,
who needs time off?
That's very true.
I'm not pride here. I like to work.
Yeah. Low blow. Shots fired.
Yeah.
Pew, 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 pew.
I like to defend my titles.
There it is.
Especially my heavyweight titles.
There you go.
Eat a dick.
Speaking of heavyweights, I'm down 12 pounds. Go me. That's all I got to say about that.
You're going to be a cruiserweight soon.
I
If you come to Pure Power Wrestling, go after the cruiserweight title.
Man, if I could get down to 205, I'd be fucking just one solid muscle. I'd be just a giant bicep. My entire body would just look like a big old bicep.
Come on, you're more than a bicep.
I'm a bicep-tricep combination.
There you go.
There we go.
Back and buys, baby. Woo!
Back and bisexual. What?
And then the 23rd is Bruderheim, like you said, where I will be taking on Pride, who may or may not defend his title,
He won't defend his
depending on the fact if Envy brings his testicles to the show or not. So
shots fired. Pew, 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 pew.
yeah, that was a good one though. You have to admit. That was a good
I
shot.
don't have to admit shit, but I will.
That was a good shot.
You know what? Just to keep it even, I'm going to be ringside, so in case she tries something, I will powerbomb her onto the ring post.
Yeah, intergender will be real, and...
Actually, no, I will spike piledriver onto the ring post, which will hurt her head and my ass. Be ass to mouth. Whole bunch of pain.
And if you happen to bruise your anus...
Been there.
We can, it's a segue. Hi, Lumberjack Larry.
He bruised his anus again?
Yeah.
What a silly rascal.
I know. Those Eagle fans always taking it where the sun don't shine.
Right?
So, yeah. So that's where I'm coming up in February. So
Yeah, then we'll update you more once, we're in February.
yeah, and then it's March, and it's birthday month.
And it's birthday month, and it's April, and then it's Mania month, and then it's onwards and upwards. Months.
And then it's May, and it's Star Wars month.
May the 4th be with you.
Yeah. Or apparently, yeah. So this, I believe, does it for episode 112.
Yeah. Sweet! Check out whatamaneuver.net for our stuff. Go to powerslam.tv, backbreakermedia.pivshare.com. Look at all this stuff online. There's tons of wrestling out there. It's a good time to be a wrestling fan and a wrestler.
There's a ton of wrestling on this podcast right now.
A ton of wrestling on this podcast. Backbreaker Media. Follow all our stuff. Go follow, what's it? Monday Night Shaw. Over the Top Rope.
Monday Night Show, work on your rock, paper, scissors game. What up? Boom. Win. Want to know.
You want to learn how to work on your rock, paper, scissors game? Have us on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll come on. We don't give a fuck.
Oh, and speaking of guests, the new PWA Commissioner, Thaddeus Archer III, might be available for an episode later on.
Cool.
So, yeah.
I like it.
And we get to understand why, when there's talks about Tag Struggle working in RCW, he left. Go figure.
He's scared of us.
Which is weird.
He admitted it on Twitter. He got the hell out of Dodge as soon as he heard I was coming.
I got mad at him because I was like, man, you could have been a great addition.
Yeah, could have.
I mean, imagine that Tag Struggle suit that we could have got.
That one was sweet.
Right? That would have been episode 112 sweet.
Yes.
So, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
I'm Chris Perish.
I'm an ag.
And we are Tag Struggle.
We are real.
And we are
Spectacular.
And that's a little bit of all right.
And struggle-licious.
Yeah, so.
It's almost like we've said this before.
Right?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, God. It's like it's a broken record.
I'm just glad we don't have any more because it's getting so long to say. That's what she said.
I'm so happy that just happened on our show now.
Yeah, right?
Oh, that's terrific. So up until episode 113.
Next week.
Yeah. We'll see you later.
Yes, we will.
When your heart's pounding out of your chest, you can feel the same shaking as you're running out of